I walked through the city at midnight when the streets were slick with rain. Every window was a television playing lives I couldn't explain. I stopped at a cafe on the corner where we used to share a croissant. I stopped at a cafe on the corner where we used to share a croissant. The tables were pulled in for the evening, the chairs were all stacked and gone. And it's a city of empty chairs, every seat is a story that no one shares. Park benches and bar stools and bus stop row, I see your ghost in everyone, a silhouette that's come undone. A city of empty chairs, and I'm the only one who cares. There's a porch on a street I don't know, with two rocking chairs side by side. One is moving from the wind, I think, the other is frozen in time. I stood there and watched for an hour like I was waiting for someone to sit, but the wood was wet and the paint was peeling, and I couldn't handle it. Everywhere I look, there's a vacancy, a hollow shape of what it used to be. Restaurant booth and stadium seats and living room sofas where hearts used to beat. And it's a city of empty chairs, every seat is a story that no one shares. Park benches and bar stools and bus stop row, I see your ghost in everyone, a silhouette that's come undone. A city of empty chairs, and I'm the only one who cares. I sat on the steps of the public library, watching the world walk by, couples and strangers and families, and I started to cry. Because everyone has someone, or at least they have a place to rest their bones at the end of the day, and I'm just a face in a city of faces, in a city of chairs where nobody sits and nobody cares. I counted the seats on the subway car, and I counted the chairs in the diner park, and I counted the stools on the diner car. I counted the seats on the subway car, and I counted the chairs in the diner car, till I counted my stools at the diner car, till I counted myself as a part. Because a city of empty chairs, and I'm sitting in one of them right now. A city of empty chairs, whoa, is a prayer that no one says. Still not moving in a city of empty proof. A city of empty chairs, watching the world on its endless feet. Subway rumbles, buses pass, empty chairs, and I'm still sitting, still sitting where we used to be, before you left, before me. The sun came up like a stranger today, cold and pale and thin. I watched it crawl across the floor, and I let the light come in. The windows have been dark for months, the curtains drawn and sealed, but something in the morning air told me it was time to feel. And it's dawn over the ashes now, the smoke is finally clear. I can see the shape of what I lost, and the shape of what's still here. I'm not healed, I'm not whole, but I'm standing on my own 2 feet. Dawn over the ashes is the first light I can keep. I walked started in my bare feet, the grass was cold and wet, and I thought about we couldn't forget. The charcoal and the cinders, the skeletons of beams, the places where our future stood and crumbled at the seams. But underneath the blackest seams, I saw a green thing grow, a tiny sprout, a stubborn weed that refused to let go. They say the forest needs the fire to clear away the dead, but nobody tells you how it feels to stand where the flames have spread. Nobody tells you that the ash, or that the silence after brown, or that the silence after burning is the most profound sound. And its smoke is finally clear, I can stand in on my own 2 feet. Dawn over, still healed, I'm not whole. Dawn over the ashes is the first light I can keep. I knelt down, I touched the suit, and I let it stain my palm, and I and the smell of the wet new earth, and I will build from the ashes for whatever it's worth. Because it's dawn over the ashes now, and I'm still here to see the light that breaks across the wreckage made, and the sun is just the sun. I'm just the one. Don't I walk back inside? I let the air come windows wide. I saw the fire of the grief, of the love, who stole everything. Is the start of a brand new day of the fire. Dawn over the wind, dubbing. I'm still here. Dawn over the ashes, and I'm not afraid. Not afraid of the light. I bought a loaf of stale bread from the corner store. I bought a loaf of stale bread from the corner store, the kind that's hard and dry and cheap. I tore it into pieces with my bare hands while the sky began to weep. The park was empty, the benches were wet, and the trees were bending low. I scattered the crumbs on the muddy ground like a ritual I used to know. I'm feeding the birds in the rain, throwing pieces of myself away to the pigeons and the sparrows and the crows who don't care that I'm alone. They just peck and they fight and they fly while I stand here wondering why. I'm feeding the birds in the rain when the only thing hungry is pain. There's an old man watching from the bus stop shelter. He probably thinks I've lost my mind. He probably thinks I've lost my mind. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. But the birds are being kind. They don't ask where you went. They don't ask why I'm still here. They just take what I give them and disappear. I used to feed them with you on Sundays. We'd bring the crust from breakfast in bed. You'd laugh at the way they'd swarm around us, and I'd watch the light in your head. Now the light's all you play to the pigeons and the sparrows and the crows who don't care that I'm alone. They just stand here wondering why. I'm feeding the birds in the rain when the only thing hungry is pain. I'm feeding the birds in the rain, throwing pieces of myself away, not looking for my distress. It pecks at my palm and it draws a drop of blood, and I watch it beat on my skin. It's the first time I felt anything real since the night you did me in. I should go home, I should dry my coat. I should stop this foolish game, but the birds keep coming, the rain keeps falling, and I keep calling my scout. Just soggy crumbs on my frozen fingers, and I don't know how to stop this ritual, this hollow act of trying to fill the space with beaks and wings and feathers. And I'm feeding the birds in the rain, but the birds have all flown away, and I'm standing here with my hand in the air in the gray of the dying day. I'm feeding the birds and invisible crumbs on invisible grounds that can't be found. Feeding the birds in the rain, in the rain, in the rain. Just a woman with an empty hand and a heart that can't feel again. Down the hall in the guest room where we never had guests, there's a clock radio with a cracked dim dial. I turned it on the morning you left, and I never turned it off. Static and news and the weather report, voices that don't know your name. They talk about storms moving in from the coast, and I listen like it's a game. And I listen like it's a game. The radio left on is singing to no one, a low fidelity ghost in the walls. It plays all the songs that we used to know, but the melody's wrong and the feeling is gone. I keep it on, 'cause the silence is worse than a voice that just talks to an empty house. There's a late night DJ with a velvet voice. He takes requests from the lonely. I almost called in to ask for that song, one that you played on our first night only. But I hung up the phone, cause I couldn't speak. My throat closed up like a fist, and the radio then faded to fuzz like a promise I couldn't resist. Just to even hear the words anymore, just the rhythm of human sound, proof it's more out in the dark. There's a world still spinning around, but it's spinning without us, and that's the worst part. The broadcast continues while I fall apart. The radio left on is singing to no one, a low fidelity ghost in the walls. It plays all the songs that we used to know, but the melody's wrong and the feeling is gone. I keep it on, cause the silence is worse than a voice that just talks to an empty house. I lie on the floor by the bedroom door, and I press my ear to the wood, the tinny guitar of a forgettable band that I'm not really listening. I'm just listening for you in the space between stations where the signal breaks through. I swear I hear your laugh sometimes, buried under the bass, but it's just the radio left on in a room with no face. The radio left on is the last thing that's warm, the battered, powered heartbeat surviving the storm. It plays all the hits from the year we were fine, but the chorus is flat and the beat isn't mine. I keep it on through the static and hiss, through the commercials for things that I'll miss. The radio left on is a lie. I believe that someone is out there who hasn't left me. Down the hall, in the guest room, the dial is still glowing. The signal is broken and I'm still here, listening to nothing on purpose. The radio left on. The radio left on. I pulled your wool coat from the hallway hook where you left it the day you walked out. It's too big for me, the sleeves hang past my hands, but I wear it anyway, no doubt. I button it up to my chin at night, and I curl up on my side of the bed. And I curl up on my side of the bed. The lining is cold, the pockets are empty, but I feel your ghost in the thread. I'm sleeping in your coat tonight, like a child playing dress up with grief. I wrap myself in the arm, the yarn of relief. The collar still smells like your neck in the fold. I'm sleeping in your coat tonight, cause it won't fit in your coat below, cause it's warmer than being alone, and it's colder than letting you go. There's a hole in the pocket where you kept your keys. I put my fingers through it and I trace the shape of the wear that your hands left behind, like a map of a familiar place. I found an old receipt in the lining from a diner we went to in spring. From a diner we went to in spring. You bought me coffee and a slice of pie, and you said I was your everything. I know it's pathetic, I know it's deranged, to wear the dead skin of a love that's estranged. But the night is so long and the bed is so wide, and I need something heavy to hold me inside. So I cinch the belt from my waist, and I pull the hood up over my face, and I faint smell of rain, and I try to remember your face. I'm sleeping in your coat tonight, like a child playing dress up with grief. I wrap myself in the arm, the yarn of relief. The collar still smells like your neck in the fold. I'm sleeping in your coat tonight, cause it won't fit in your coat below, cause it's warmer than being alone, and it's colder than letting you go. I wore it to work on a Tuesday morning, and no person I couldn't redeem. I took it off in the bathroom stall, and I held it up to the light, and I saw the shape of your shoulders and back, and I cried till I couldn't see right. I put it back on and I walked to my desk, and I sat down and I typed your name and I deleted it, and I tightened the belt and I gripped. I'm sleeping in your coat tonight for the last time. I swear to the wall tomorrow I'll hang it back on the hook, and I'll let the coat have its fall. But tonight I'm a coward, tonight I'm a thief, stealing the warmth of a love that was brief. I'm sleeping in your coat tonight, and the sleeves are too long and the shoulders are wrong, and I know you're not coming back. But I'm sleeping in your coat tonight, cause it's all that I have. Pulled the gray one from the back of the closet where you hung it the winter before. The sleeve still cuffed at the wrist the way you liked, and I pressed my nose to the wool. There's a ghost of your cologne in the collar, and the faint trace of rain from that night. We got caught in the storm on the walk from the car, and you wrapped it around me so tight. I keep sweaters that smell like you in a pile on the chair by the bed. I bury my face in the threads of your life till I can't tell the living from dead. Each breath is a countdown to when the scent fades, and I'm left with just cotton and thread. I keep sweaters that smell like you, 'cause I'm not ready to lose you again. I keep sweaters that smell like you, 'cause I'm not ready to lose you again. The blue one still has a coffee stain from the morning you missed your stop. Times I catch a whiff of your shampoo when I'm not even holding it near. But it's just my imagination, I fear. They say memory lives in the nose, but the molecules break down one by one, and I'm running out of the stuff. I'm hoarding the fibers like letters and notes, like evidence that you once wore coats. I keep sweaters that smell like you in a pile on the chair by the bed. I bury my face in the threads of your life till I can't tell the living from dead. Each breath is a countdown to when the scent fades, and I'm left with just cotton and thread. I keep sweaters that smell like you, 'cause I'm not ready to lose you again. I tried to steal one in a plastic bag like they do with crime scene tape. Preserve the evidence of your existence before it can escape. But the smell still leaked through the Ziploc seal like your ghost had its own design. You're leaving me slowly, molecule, molecule, and I'm falling apart at the spine. I held the sleeve to my mouth and cried till the wall was wet with my face, and I thought about calling you just to say your sweater's still in its place, but you probably tell me to wash it or throw it away. And I'd rather live in the stench of you than face the light of day. I keep sweaters that smell like you, just a whisper of something, not your shadow of a vow. I press my nose to the collar again, and I swear I feel your skin, but it's just the cold, it's just the cold. I keep sweaters that smell like you, even though they don't smell like you anymore. I keep them because they were yours, and I'm not sure what I'm holding on for. Like you anymore, like you anymore. It's 3 a.m. and the ice is long gone, just water sweating through a ring on the wood. I've been nursing the same drink for hours, like it owes me something, like it understood. My jaw is tight from the weight of the day, or the weight of the week, or the weight of my chest. I catch my reflection in the curbside wall, and I don't recognize the face in the glass. I leave teeth marks on a glass, like I'm trying to bite through the past. Small indentations in the crystal clear, proof that I was desperate here. My fingerprints smudge the edge of the rim from holding on when I should've let go. Teeth marks on a glass from clenching my jaw so the scream wouldn't show. I trace the shape of my own top row, 4 little dents like a crooked smile. I've been doing this since you walked out, a nervous habit. Picked up an ice hits my teeth and I shiver alone. A cold that lives something I can swallow down. The truth is a bone I keep grinding within. Every sip is a prayer, every clink is a cry. I'm drinking the silence, one mouthful at a time. And the glass doesn't answer, it just holds what I pour. And I'm biting down harder than I ever before. I leave teeth marks on a glass, like I'm trying to bite through the past. Small indentations in the crystal clear, proof that I was desperate here. My fingerprints smudge the edge of the rim from holding on when I should've let go. Teeth marks on a glass from clenching my jaw so the scream wouldn't show. You said I was too quiet, that I bottled it in, but the bottle is empty and I'm still wearing thin. I press my mouth to the damage I've made, a row of small graves where my anger was laid. And I wonder if you ever did this too. Don't need just something left your mark on a glass or a bone, or a promise you made that you couldn't have torn. I leave teeth marks on a glass, like a code that I'm carving for no one to read. Proof that I'm still here, proof that I bleed. I hold it up to the dim kitchen light, watch the cracks catch the glow. Teeth marks on a glass from biting the words that I never let go. 3 a.m., water's gone, just my reflection holding on. Teeth marks on a glass, teeth marks on a glass, and I'm still biting down. It's 2:14 and the cursor is blinking. It's 2:14 and the cursor is blinking on a screen that's too bright for the dark. I've written your name 12 times already and deleted every time I start. The first line was easy, it was always your fault, but I backspaced that one right away. The second was softer, it said I still care, but that felt like too much to say. So I write the apology I'll never send, in the blue light glow of 3 a.m. Every word is a wound I'm reopening, every sentence a door I can't close again. I pour out my heart like a glass of cheap wine, then I delete it line by line. The apology I'll never send is the only truth I have left to defend. I tried to explain what I meant that night, the words that came out all wrong. I tried to say I was scared and tired and not as strong as you thought all along. But the paragraph grew like a weed in a meat, so I cut it all out and I started again with a simpler, cleaner routine. Dear you, I'm a mess. Dear you, I still love you. Dear you, I guess. Delete, delete, delete again. Nothing feels true in the end. The cursor blinks like a judgmental eye, watching me live in a lie. So I write the apology I'll never send, in the blue light glow of 3 a.m. Every word is a wound I'm reopening, every sentence a door I can't close again. I pour out my heart like a glass of cheap wine, then I delete it line by line. The apology I'll never send is the only truth I have left to defend. Typed out I miss you and watched it sit there on the screen like a dangerous dare. I put my finger on the trackpad and I almost touched the air, but then I remembered the way you looked and I knew that no amount of words, so I changed it to I hope you're well. And then I changed that too, and then I changed that too, to hope the new one treats you right. I sat in the dark with the glowing screen and the weight of 100 drafts. Each one a version of me that failed, each one a life I couldn't have. And I write the apology I'll never send. Every word is a piece of me that I'm giving away to the memory, but I hold down the sound and delete my heart. The apology I'll never send. Drafts folder, empty, garbage, and the only thing I can't start. I close the lap and I lie in the dark. The apology I'll never send. Just a girl and a love she couldn't defend. The apology I'll never send, never send. There's a photograph on the living room wall, taken at your sister's wedding. We're standing in front of some plastic flowers, and we're both pretending. Your arm is around me, a little too loose, and my smile is a little too wide. But we look like a couple that knows what they're doing, like we've got nothing to hide. The frame has been crooked for months now, since the night you slammed the door. I never straightened it, never even tried. I just let it hang there on the floor. And the crooked picture frame reminds me that nothing stays straight for long. The angle is wrong, the glass is smudged, and the truth is coming along. We were never level, never aligned, just two mismatched letters in frame is the only thing that tells the truth about the mess we became. I remember photographer told us to lean in, and we did, but not far enough. There's a space between our shoulders that looks like a kind of love, but it's really just the distance that we were always too scared to close. To step forward, to step closer, to close the gap in the shot. We just let the lens capture the lie, now it's all I've got. I walk past it 20 times a day, and every time I look away, but the tilt is like a splinter that I can't dig out of the way. It's the angle of our failure, the slant of our goodbye, a constant reminder that we couldn't even hang ourselves straight. And the crooked picture frame reminds me that nothing stays straight for long. The angle is wrong, the glass is smudged, and the truth is coming along. We were never level, never aligned, just two mismatched editors in frame is the only thing that tells the truth about the mess we became. I took it down one afternoon, laid it flat on the dining room table. I opened the back, I took out the photo, and I held it as long as I was able. I straightened the frame with my own two hands, I fixed the wire and the hook. I hung it back up and I stood back to look, and the tilt was back by the time I took breath. And the tilt was back when I took a breath, like the wall itself was conspiring to keep us off balance forever. Like the house remembered the fight we had and refused to let us forget it. I slammed my fist against the plaster, and the frame fell down and shattered, and I sat among the glass and the memories. Because the crooked picture frame was just a mirror of everything we couldn't see. Before the shattered glass and the debris, your side and my side clean through. And I hung the frame back up on the wall, empty and crooked, just like you. Just like you, just like me, just like everything we never let be. Empty frame. The fridge was humming its old complaint. I was pouring milk that had started to turn, milk that had started to turn. Didn't notice the time on the microwave clock, didn't know the world had a lesson to learn. The tiles were cold against my bare feet, same tiles we picked out 3 Julies ago. You said they look like winter clouds, I said they look like snow. And the kitchen floor broke right under me, the linoleum cracked like a frozen sea. All the air left the room in a single beat, and I'm still standing here on the broken street of a floor that forgot how to hold me up. And I'm counting the cracks from the coffee cup. I remember thinking this can't be right, like a song that cuts out before the hook. Your name on the screen in a stranger's voice, and I put down the phone. And I put down the phone and I stared at the cookbook, still open to the page for lasagna, the one you made when your mother came. I could smell the garlic in the air, and I couldn't remember your middle name. They say your life flashes before your eyes, but mine just froze in a single frame. A kitchen chair, a single chair. A kitchen chair, a sink of dishes, and a world that would never be the same. And the kitchen floor broke right under me, the linoleum cracked like a frozen sea. All the air left the room in a single beat, and I'm still standing here on the broken street of a floor that forgot how to hold me up. And I'm counting the cracks from the coffee cup. I dropped the phone and I knelt down slow, pressed my palm to the cold ground, like I could feel the fault line move, like I could hear the breaking sound. You were 1,000 miles from here, but I swear I felt you let go. The kitchen floor just gave up then, and I'm still down here, learning to crawl alone. The kitchen floor broke and I felt it give. The place where we stood is like a map of the skin, and what might have been, and on the shattered sheet of a floor that can't carry the weight of my feet. And I can't count anymore. Fridge is still humming, milk's on the floor, I'm sitting in pieces. on a broken floor. The last word hung in the air like a blade, and we both just watched it fall. I could see your mouth still forming shapes, but the sound had left the hall. Your coat was half on, half off your shoulder, keys in your hand like a weapon. I opened my mouth to call you back, but the silence had already happened. And the silence of the fight was the loudest thing I've ever heard. It rang in my ears like a bell that forgot how to, thicker than smoke, heavier than hurt, and it filled every corner of everything. I could hear my own heart be the clock on the wall, but the silence after the fight was the only thing standing, the only thing I couldn't recall. I remember the lamp was still flickering from when you knocked it with your hand. I remember the vase we bought in Florence lay shattered like a failed plan. The water pooled on the hardwood floor with the stems of the flowers you gave, and I watched the petals slowly drown in the quiet of your grave. We screamed for an hour about nothing at all, about everything we couldn't say. And now that the noise has finally died, I don't know how to find my way through the vacuum you left, through the echo of you. I'm suffocating in the space between two. And the silence of the fight was the loudest thing I've ever heard. It rang in my ears like a bell that forgot how to, thicker than smoke, heavier than hurt, and it filled every corner of everything. I could hear my own heart be the clock on the wall, but the silence after the fight was the only thing standing, the only thing I couldn't recall. I sat on the stairs for an hour or more, waiting for the phone to ring. The quiet erased them one by one, and I didn't exist anymore. I pressed my palms to my ears so hard, trying to find the sound again, but all I could hear was the ringing of the ghost of the argument. The silence of the fight was a living thing, breathing cold on the back of my neck. It filled the room like a funeral shout. I couldn't take it back, your name, just to break the spell, but the silence swallowed it whole. And I realized then that the quiet was hell, 'cause you had taken your soul. And the silence of the fight was the last conversation we had, and I'm still listening to it, to the nothing, and it's driving me mad. The lamp stopped flickering, the clock kept its time, the water dry. I found it in the back of the closet, behind the winter boots and the spare sheets. A cardboard box with your handwriting on it, and faded black marker incomplete. And faded board box with your handwriting on it, and faded black marker incomplete. Fragile, it said in your jagged script, like you knew what was inside. I carried it to the living room floor, and I sat down and I cried. I'm unpacking a box of 4 verse, ticket stubs and dried up flowers, a key to an apartment we never rented, a map of our imaginary towers. I hold each one up to the light, unpacking a box of 4 verse, and none of them fit me now. The first thing I pulled was a Polaroid from the night we painted the kitchen blue. We had paint on our faces and hope in our eyes, and I didn't know that it was through. There's a ring I never wore, a promise I kept, at least I thought I did. It's tarnished now and a little too small, like the life I was trying to live. I sift through the memories like sand through my hands, a museum of things I don't understand. A love letter, oh it never sings, a debris of broken wings. I'm unpacking a box of 4 verse, ticket stubs and dried up flowers, a key to an apartment we never rented, a map of our imaginary towers. I hold each one up to the light, like a relic from another life, unpacking a box of 4 verse, and none of them fit me now. of your hair in a Ziploc bag like a serial killer's keepsake. And I laughed so hard I started to cry at the promises we used to make. I picked up a seashell from a beach we never visited, but the plane ticket stayed in the drawer and the sand never touched our toes. I held the box to my chest and I rocked like a mother with a stillborn child. And I whispered to the cardboard and dust, "You're the reason I'm wild." But then I looked at the pile on the floor of debris and I realized that forwards don't live in boxes. They live in the space between you and me, and the space has been empty for months now. Oh, and the box is just a box, so I take as the keys, the letters, the shades that wasn't real. I'm unpacking a box of forwards, and I'm learning how to feel the letting go, how to feel the space where the box used to be. How the tickets, the keys, the letters, the rings instead of a bundle to leave. I carried in a box to the curb and I placed it beside the cans, and I stood there in the morning light with the trash in my hands, and I watched the garbage truck come, and I watched it crush the box, and I watched my forwards disappear like a ticking clock. I'm packing a box of forwards. The cushions still hold the shape of you, a hollow that I can't fill. I sit on my side with my knees to my chest, and I stare at the space that is still. The blanket is bunched where your legs used to go. The remote is wedged, used to go. The remote is wedged in the seam. I press my hand to the dent in the seam. I press my hand to the dent in the foam, like touching a half-remembered dream. Your side of the couch is a canyon now, a valley of fabric and dust. I lie on the floor and I trace the outline of a body I'm learning to mistrust. I press my to the memory foam, and I breathe in what's left of your ghost. Is the lonely the couch, is the loneliest coast, and I'm shipwrecked here trying to coast. There's a loose thread I keep pulling at from the weave of the old grey tweed. Like if I unravel it slowly enough, I'll find what I actually need. A quarter you drop between the pillows, a receipt from a place that closed down. I hold them both like artifacts from a ruin of a town. They say that fabric remembers the weight of the ones who have sat, but the foam keeps springing back to shape. I don't know how to do that. I'm still compressed in the shape of us, and I can't bounce back from the gravity of trust. Your side of the couch is a canyon now, a valley of fabric and dust. I lie on the floor and I trace the outline of a body I'm learning to mistrust. I press my to the memory foam, and I breathe in what's left of your ghost. Is the lonely the couch, is the loneliest coast, and I'm shipwrecked here trying to coast. I rearrange the pillows sometimes, try to make it look normal again, like a crime scene stage for visitors who don't know how it's been, but the indent is deeper than any lie, and the fabric is stretched beyond repair. I bleed across both sides just to feel like you're still there, but the middle sinks the hardest, and I slide toward the floor, and I end up on the rug again, closer to the door. Your side of the couch is a grave I tend. I smooth down the fabric like smoothing your hair, like I'm learning the art of the coat mold of the leather, and I whisper your name to the seam. Your side of the couch is a terrible tether to a life I can't claim, to a life I can't dream. The cushions are cold now, counting the dust.